Hey guys, I know usually I do all this in the morning, but this morning was, for one, it was Monday. For two, the new season of Shameless came out on Netflix, and I totally stayed up really late binge watching the first few episodes. So I had to hurry up, and I woke up late, got my ducks in a row, and I had to mow before the rain came in. It's going to be raining all week where I am, so I had to get my lawn in order. So here I am, though. I still wanted to, talk about some things going on in the world today. So I talked a lot about schools and going back to school last week and made a lot of little jokey jokes about it. So to update you guys, a lot of districts are releasing plans for how they plan to go back to school, and a lot of them are going to be doing in-person classes, which we've covered in previous episodes. But Tulsa Public Schools is actually going to be doing all distance learning for at least the first 9 weeks of this fall semester. This was announced 1 week after Oklahoma City made the same plans, and I'm curious how other districts are going to follow. I know ones like my district in particular tends to follow Tulsa Public School District, and I want to know how this is going to affect us. I'm really curious how it's going to affect everyone, seeing how the unemployment was just recently dropped, which was at a $600 a week, I believe, rate. And apparently there will still be another round of stimulus checks coming out in August, so they would be here in a matter of just weeks. That's if you do direct deposit. For those who do not do direct deposit, get with it, because I know the ones that were mailed out took a really long time to get to some of my friends. So the reason that I'm curious is because with unemployment dropped and schools not going back in session, this puts a lot of parents in an awkward position on how they're going to work if they are sent back to work, seeing how places are finding ways to work around their schedules with masks and less people in the office at a time. We will see how this pans out. I am curious. Please let me know what you guys think about it. All right. So I really just want to talk about my biased, unpolitically related opinion on our campaign freaking presidents this year. All right, so we got Joe Biden running. He's 77 years old. Now, Joe Biden's ran for president 2 times. He was Obama's right-hand man for 8 years. And I mean, honestly, I'm just relieved it's not Bernie and it's not Hillary. Biden is obviously a Democrat. But he is less of a socialist, and that's what I fear. I don't, get caught up so much in just labels. I think that we should really just look at each thing individually and not try and categorize it all necessarily as what political platform do you run under, what do you believe. I think some things are just a little bit more organic than that. And so with that being said, I'm just relieved that I'm not getting a super socialist vibe from him, but for sure curious to learn more. And then we have Kanye, which I don't know if you guys know this, but his album recently dropped on last Friday. So he will likely not be running for candidate anymore. He's already released a public apology to his wife for basically embarrassing her for the sake of publicity, I'm sure. That, or they're claiming this is still a bipolar episode that we are witnessing. Either which way, I think that it went too far. And honestly, it didn't even work, because I was in line, ready, queued up for Katy Perry to drop just one of her songs from her new album that's coming out, which was Smile. Love it, Katy. But I don't even know a dang song that's coming off this new Kanye album, because I'm so annoyed with him. I'm tired of even talking to him about him. I don't even talk to him, but I'm tired of talking about him. I'm going to try to not give him any more space in this little area. So, and then the last candidate, as we all know, is our current president, Donald Trump. I am not ashamed of my president. That's not what I'm going to say, but dang, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed like the time my dad looked crazy and met me and my mom at the mall. Okay, and I was a teenager. So that's the kind of embarrassed I am by Donald Trump. I mean, first we have the grab her by the And then we have the fact that he's got a Playboy wife, his 25 sexual allegations, and his entanglement with the with this whole Epstein business. Then he has the audacity to get on television, and when asked what he thought about it, he said that he wishes her well. Haven't been following it, but I wish her well. Twice he wanted to express his well wishes to her. I find that disturbing. And the fact for him to say that he's not following it is completely ludicrous. And, you know, it's really interesting because a lot of celebrities or people in the public eye are getting harassed if they had any indication of being linked to the Epsteins or those travel logs, and he was on there several times. Not to mention, there's an old quote of him saying to ask Prince Andrews what happened on the island. So he had definite knowledge of something, and the fact that he has not made a statement about it, and that's the only thing he has said in regards to it, really bothers me. So anyway, guys, okay, tune in tomorrow. We're going to go back to the morning. Let me know what you guys think about all these topics. I'm so curious. Have a good night. Bye, guys.